Sandy Says Read. Welcome to the channel. I have seen several booktubers and YouTubers out there showing their Bible collections, and I thought, what a great and positive idea. So I am going to do that as well. I don't have a large Bible collection, but the few Bibles that I have special meaning to me. Those of us who have access to internet, access to YouTube and BookTube, we also have access to electronic Bibles. We can pull up the King James Version, the NIV version, any version of the Bible we want online, any time of the day or night. We are very blessed to have that option. There are people out there that don't have that option, and the option they should have is a paper copy in their hand. If you are one of those folks who would like to help kids and Christians of any age get a Bible, I have some links to organizations that do give away Bibles for free, and I will put those links in the description box below. I participate with Compassion International in an ongoing manner, so I can vouch for them, and so I'll put the link to compassion.com below. Then the Samaritan's Purse organization, they give away free Bibles to folks in developing countries and whatnot, people who need a Bible. The American Bible Society, they also have an online mechanism by which you can donate Bibles to folks. So I will leave links for those three specifically below. There are tons of other organizations out there that can help you either get a Bible into your hands or into a needy person's hands somewhere near you or in another country. Whatever flavor you're into, they can help. So I'll put those in the drop down box below. The first Bible that I'm going to show you guys is my Spanish and English version Bible. This one I picked up when I was living in Kansas City, and I wanted to learn more Spanish. You know, I did take Spanish in high school, and again 2 years of it in college. I still do not speak Spanish, at least not very well. This one, you can see that it has the English down one side and then the Spanish down the other on the page. Is my camera, is it focusing for you? Yeah, but you get the idea. Okay, you guys know how translations work, right? It's a little difficult for me to use because the tabs, on the side, it's got the tabs on the side. See there? They're in Spanish. They're abbreviated as well. So they are in Spanish, abbreviated, difficult for me to follow. So when I need to look something up, an easy one is John. Okay, so John, it's Juan, and it's abbreviated, let me find it, J-U-A. So, for act is, hang on, hecho, is that how they say? Hang on, hechos. Okay, so, but when you abbreviate that, it is H-C-H. So looking that one up is a little difficult. The next one I want to show you is the Life Applications Study Bible. This is a hardcover, which makes it a little difficult to work with, okay? But it is hugely thick, which means there's lots of information in here, lots of stuff and goodies. Look at that, okay? I've got a few things marked. My parents gave me this one, I want to say in the late 90s, but I needed another Bible, one that had, well, application stuff, study stuff. I needed a study Bible, basically, for just lots of stuff I was trying to do. I was teaching a Sunday school class. I just needed a way to be able to look up stuff and be able to think it through a little better and understand it better, follow things better. This one has, maps that show how things were set up during biblical times, country boundaries, that kind of thing. So it's very informative, but it's kind of unwieldy and huge and thick and whatever. So I don't carry this one around. This is one that stays at home, and when I need to look something up, it's good for helping me look something up. It doesn't have tabs, so I have to kind of, Psalms is in the middle, and then kind of work from there, right? That's how that's how I find things in this one. Okay, now I'm going to show you two. Today's English version, the Good News Bible, and then this one, it's a King James version, which I like a lot. It's still in its wrapping because I think I picked this one up like on sale, one of the discount racks at a Christian bookstore that was going out of business. I believe that's the way this one came about. But I have it in the event that someone who has come to visit me needs a Bible. If they need one, this will be available to them to take away and have. So that's what that one is for. This Good News Bible, I don't remember, but I think this one was like a Goodwill buy. I think I picked it up off a table at Goodwill or Salvation Army, one of those kinds of stores. And I'm not delighted with it because the today's English version is just, there's an awful lot of paraphrasing and summarizing of the Lord's Word that goes on with this version, and I'm not that comfortable with it. Now we get into the Bibles that have quite a lot of meaning for me. This one is the King James Version, just the Holy Bible, King James Version, and you'll notice that it has someone else's name on it. My Uncle Johnny actually passed away before I was born, but for his high school graduation, one of my cousins and her husband gave this Bible to him. There's an inscription in here from them to him. And this Bible I had when I was in college. I think that my grandmother passed this on to me, prior to her death. Like, she didn't leave this to me in her will. She gave this to me when I was in high school, I believe. But I took this with me to college. This book helped me with a lot of crazy stuff, let me tell you. It has family meaning to me, and it has life meaning to me. This one is important. But it's also important because it's the King James Version, and I prefer that one to the other versions, the other translations. When I was in college, I took a course called History of the English Language, and the professor, Heinz Welk, shared with us during one of the lessons that when the Bible was translated for the king, he had 70 monks in different cloisters, and back then, the monks were not allowed to travel. Venerable Bede was allowed to travel. He did, but generally speaking, monks did not travel. They didn't go around and visit other cloisters and talk and have a communion with one another, but they sat in their own cloisters and did their translations. And the way he explained it to us, the miraculous, amazing thing that happened is that those 70 monks from their 70 different places came up with the same version. They didn't have discrepancies. They didn't have differences. They came up with the same translation. And that, my folks, is the divine hand of God. That's why I trust the King James Version. Well, for many reasons I trust the King James Version, but when he explained to us how that happened, I was floored. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Anything is possible with God, but that is amazing to me. To learn that in a history of the English language class in a liberal arts college was amazing as well. So I was floored. And okay, now the big boy. Ugh. This Holy Bible was in my Grandma Pat's casket during the viewing, at her wake. So it's another family Bible. My great-grandmother gave it to me after Grandma Pat's funeral. So this has special meaning to me because Grandma passed it on to me. And it has pictures in it, full color pictures. It's a beautiful Bible. It has documents in it. I've put things in here. My marriage certificate is in here. But I decided, that is an event that happened in my life. I'm keeping the record of it. It's in here. My baptism certificate is in here. Awesome. I've got that. There are pieces of poetry in here. My dad's ordination bulletin is in here. There are just important things that I keep in here. I don't necessarily use this Bible as a Bible to read and study from. It's more of just a family, gosh, I guess it's sort of like a family heirloom now. I guess I'll be leaving this to my nieces and nephew. And finally, we finish with this cute Bible, Good News for Modern Man. This is a Bible for kids, and it was given to me when I was a little kid. I think I got this when I was 8 years old. My mom wrote my name in it, but the pastor at our church, when I was, I think, 8, gave my parents a King James Version Bible and then gave this one to me. And I treasured this. Look at this bookmark. It's a lighthouse, of course, and it's got Bible verse numbers on it. Look at that. Old bulletins from the church where we went to church. And of course, on the back of these bulletins are drawings, because when you're a little kid and you're in church, what you want to do is draw, not necessarily pay attention. I used to think it was the greatest thing when at church the bulletins had a blank page. And I drew, look, it's a farmer. And, oh, my finger's coming. There's a little cow somewhere going moo, moo, moo. How great is that? Apparently I was bored that day in church and drew a little stable scene. Those are, those are all the Bibles that I have to show you that, I've had this one, well, that would be 1978, wouldn't it? So I've had this one for a long time. Oh, wow, I've had this one for a long time. I've had this for 40 years. It should be in worse shape than this. Huh. Well, I had thought that I wanted to get a journaling Bible. And I even went online and was looking at a few that are available out there that have the soft, flexible covers so that you can like take it open and work in it and draw in it and journal in it. And it even had like a lavender pretty cover, but it was close to $40. And I thought, you know what? With $40, I could donate to one of these organizations that I'm going to put in the drop-down bar below. I could donate $40 to one of those organizations, and probably 20 people out there in the world could get a Bible instead. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 of these Bibles, and one of them I never crack open because it's just a family heirloom. So I have enough Bibles. What I need to do is help other people get some. And that was my thought there. So, okay guys, I have seen several booktubers out there who have videos of their Bible collections. If you have a video you've already made of yours, link it below. Put your link in the comment box below so that I can see your video as well. And if you have not filmed your Bible collection yet, what are you waiting for? Let's see it. I want to see which fancy ones you have, which ones you have that have deep meaning to you. Describe it for me. I would like to see it.